This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. You are entering Tara's terrestrial aura. Are you ready? I repeat, this is not a test. This is not a test.
Hey, my loves. Welcome to another YouTube original of me. So happy to have you here, and of course, always so incredibly grateful to share this space and create the expansion of the collision of our minds and our hearts and our spirits and our souls. Excuse me. So on this video, we're going to talk about something. I had initially recorded something and I was really content with it. And then suddenly something came over me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's Mercury Retrograde. I don't know what it is. But it suddenly made me not want to share the previous video that I recorded. So here we go at something else. And what this is going to be instead is a clarification on this type of Mercury retrograde energy, because before we move forward, we must move back, because that's exactly what Mercury retrograde does. It moves back. It moves us back into the energy of something that is pretty much being relived to some extent, and it's retrograding the speech of it. Like, it's speech, that's what Mercury is, communication. So it's like reiterating what occurred. So with that being said, it's often misconstrued, and that's a big part of it, because it's all conjumbled and it just comes out incorrectly, and oftentimes not properly heard, or it doesn't fall in the right ears, or whatever the case may be. So to avoid that situation as a whole, I personally will not be speaking on the things that I had initially planned on speaking on, and I will just wait and see what it's meant to be. Because I feel that there are some things in this life that we hold sacred, and there are some things that we do not. And the things that we do, we value them. And they're so sacred, it's not even something that you even feel the purpose to share. So with that being said, that topic is off the table. But I am here still, and I am here to talk about Mercury retrograde, because I think that it is something for us to think about in that exact same way. My loves, we must pick and choose what matters most to us. What is something worth opening up something to really speak on to you, and what's not? What do you hold accountable for you? Like, what do you hold out of the act of love, fear, or hate, or judgmentalism? I'm going to say that because I meant to say judgment. I said judgment, like I was going to say more, and then it just sounded weird, and then I was just like, but anyway, that's a whole rant onto something that's not of concern. But yeah, so how often are you holding yourself like accountable for something that it's like, just let go of it, just let go? Like, sometimes there's no point to like blame someone for something, or to feel like you are owed something, or to feel like you need closure on something, or to feel that you need retaliation on something, or you need to take action on something. Some things are just meant to be as they are and as they were, and in that expression, and just left to be. And let's see what happens, instead of you always inflicting a thing of the topic or the concern of it into the ethereum of now. Because it's not always something that we have to poke at. It's not always something that we have to feel. There's not always something that we have to give our attention to. Sometimes we just need to take all of our attention away. And in fact, take it away so much to where you're just like, I'm gonna just come back to me for all that is for now, and just focus on how to raise my vibration, how to focus on how to do the best for me in this momentum of now, and like send energy of love and do what's best to be able to kind of raise the vibration of all that is in that way. So that's what I feel like some things sometimes we must do, my loves. Literally remove ourselves from a situation and the energy of it for just a bit and just like let it be, you know? Even if it ends up that bit could be forever. There's no definites in this world. There's no tomorrow guaranteed. There's nothing that we can say we know for a fact that we can undoubtedly like say that could never change, because anything in this world, anything in this reality, anything in this life, anything in this dimension, anything in this time space reality of anything, of all the nows and all the momentums and all the dimensional time space, anything can change at any given moment. It's just that's the way it is. It's life. It's like nothing is set in stone other than what's set in stone, and even a stone can crumble upon the right size quake. So just remember that there is always room for change. There is always room for a surprise. There is always room for something more than the matter in which you've perceived. So whenever we lose attachment to our only perceptions that we hold, living in these mind prisons, we can never reattach to something new. And not even so much reattach to something new, but explore something new without attachment, to be able to expand from that and learn even more, or see even more. So with that being said, that's pretty much the message. We just need to be able to let things go sometimes. And that is a lesson I personally am working on. And I think that I'm going to be okay with that. I feel like I'm at a place at ease. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like when I'm doing my Oregon energy work, like I make these pillow inserts, and these things are like so powerful. Even when I'm making them, I'm just like my energy just shifts. And I love that. So yes. So I'm happy I was able to do that, as I was able to create for my customers and my soul family that support my small donation-based services. But yeah, I'm just grateful for the ability to be able to honestly feel that I can let go finally, because there has been something going on in my life that has taken a major toll on the effect of my human being here. And as much as that situation is something that I'll probably always hold dear to me and hold deep within my heart, I feel like there are some things that it's like morally, integrity wise, like it's just not worth it to me to cause commotion. It's just not worth it to me to go at war with myself over someone I love, to be completely honest. Like, why would I want to even, that sounds crazy to me. Why would I want to share something that I hold so sacred, even though it may look like a crazy shit show to anyone else? It's something I really do genuinely hold sacred. And it is genuinely someone that I love and I care for so much. And that, honestly, me thinking of doing any harm to, fuck it. That's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, that is bullshit. And I'm not crying out of sympathy, so don't think I'm crying, like, out of sympathy. I'm crying out of just, like, my heart. Like, fuck that. No, I'm not here for that. I'm not here to be that person. I'm just here to move on. And I'm just saying, guys, I think that that's something we should all be able to adapt to and learn how to release more. And coming personally from someone who is working on that exact same release, know that I'm with you and we got this and we can do this, and we need to utilize the energy to our own benefits and to the benefits of that people and the energy that surrounds us. And whenever we can learn how to utilize the energy working with it, instead of feeling as if the energy is working against us. Like, for instance, Mercury, it's in the 12th house, it's in retrograde. For me, I have a very fast-paced mind. I speak quickly. I jump from topics to topics sometimes because my brain moves fast. But in retrograde, it actually slows down. And it's in the 12th house right now. So it's like slow down in the 12th house. And it's like, okay. So I'm like actually moving at probably what a typical human being would. To be completely like Legit. So yeah, so like I'm at human speed now, guys. So here I am. But I do hope that my message is received in the way, in the light in which I hope it to be. But at the same time, I'm not responsible for anyone else outside of me's point of view or perception of how they take me or my messages or how I come across or anything of that matter. So please know that no matter what, I am speaking from my heart space, and I have made the decision consciously to change and shift my reality from some direction that I feel was on a lower vibration of frequency, in which I don't want to manifest that reality. I don't want to manifest. And I feel like when we start realizing, like, that's what we're doing. Whenever we're just like just doing things without even thinking, like, or just jumping into something or saying something stupid, like I've been prone to do at times. Like, yeah, you say something stupid and then you're just like, why did I say that? So why not instead, before we do these things, let's really think ourselves through and think about it. Like, do I want to do that? Is that really what I mean? Is that the outcome that I hope to receive? Is that the ending that I am asking for? Is that the closure that I'm like going to consider what is satisfactory for me to be able to move forward? And it's like, whenever we analyze ourselves, we find so much out about ourselves. We find so much out because we're able to actually like utilize our own energy to be like, okay, why did I feel that way? Okay, that's interesting, this, that, whatever it may be. We're able to actually like integrate the energies of ourselves. And there are so many aspects of us. No matter how calm, cool, collected you are, no matter how erratic you are, no matter what, you have different personalities. And it's not some disorder by any means. It's an actual like thing. It's just like you have multiple versions of you, because in every single moment of the day, you are going to be the version of you that coexists with the moment in which you're having. Some of us have the courtesy, I don't want to say the luck or courtesy even, because it's just dependent on what you perceive as a better or lesser or whatever outlook. But some of us have the ability to live or be in a situations where they are not really faced with anything outside of their comfort zone. Therefore, they're able to be comfortable and just fully all the time just be at ease, however they so choose be. Some people, however, go out and they have to interact with a lot of different type of entities throughout the day. And some of these entities may be like higher source of like energy, and some may be more denser. And we, or those people, maneuver throughout the tides of life. And they interject themselves in these situations. And each of those situations, granted, they are always themselves, but they are not always going to be the only aspect of themselves that they would have been if they wouldn't have been out of their comfort level. So by taking ourselves out of our comfort level, we also are putting ourselves into a situation where we're more prone to act erratic or to act out of character of our typical selves. And it's because our selves are plural. There are many versions of us. We have so many different operatives of our systems, of our coexistence within ourselves and within the reality in which we live. Because if you think about it, if we're all whole, we're all connected as one. What makes us any different than other than the perspective of how we've been raised or how we live or how we justify living itself or just being? The only thing that's different about us is the way that we have lived. The only thing that is different about us is the way that we have lived. Literally, like how we live, how we see life. That is what makes us different. It's not about skin color. It's not about like political views. It's not about any of the lower 3D grade quality, low flung things that don't really much pertain. It's not about those things anymore. It's about, how do you see life? Can you see life through other people's eyes, even though that you know that you're not them and you know that you will never live that life? But can you at least acknowledge the fact that they have and understand that their point of view is going to be different than yours because of the fact that they have lived a completely different life than you? Whenever we can accept that, and whenever we can like utilize other people's perspectives and outlooks rather than attack each other for our differences or attack each other for our beliefs or attack each other for having a firm outlook on both perspectives of something of the same nature on opposing ends. Like, if we can accept the fact that We were put here to trust ourselves. And when we're stripped away the power to be able to trust ourselves, we are also stripped away the power to get to be ourselves fully in any capacity. So at that point, we're not even at a root of us in our comfort zone, because we always feel as if we're holding ourselves back. No one has the power or the right to hold you back from being you, but you also have the power to choose what fuel you want to add to the fire, if you want to add to any type of fire at any point in time. What do you think is worth your upheaval of yourself? And if it's really worth that to you, then do it. But if you know that it's an upheaval of yourself, it's a commotion. It's energy that's not a comfortable feeling, but in a non-comfortable way of like, ugh, like it's actually could possibly cause you more internal damage to prolong a wound from healing, or prolong an energy with you that maybe you need to release. That is why I'm just saying, like, it is better for us to release and just let it be. Living presently is gold, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to see that, and I hope that you all are too. I hope also, I don't like y'all are like, whoa, she's a whole different person, but I want you all to realize that this recording is me in my Mercury retrograde comfortability, because like I mentioned before, my Mercury is in my 12th house, and it is in Aquarius, and we are in Aquarius currently. I just had my Saturn return, or my solar return, not Saturn. I just had my solar return, which is like my birthday and stuff. But it's like 4s for me, because my age, it adds to 4s. I'm gonna say that. I'm just gonna say, because I'm not gonna say my age, but the numbers it really comes down to is like 8, 4, whatever. But yeah, the 4s come down to 2s, and then 2s are always 1s. But that's just the thing. But yeah, so yeah, this is me in Mercury retrograde, 12th house, in the current energy of the actual energy. And then Venus just entered my party of Aquarius. So she's came in and done some stuff. So like the energy with the current planet right now and the alignments are so like directly affecting my whole state of being. And me finding out all of this stuff about my natal chart, that's a whole other topic that I won't even talk about, because we're 17 minutes into this video. I'm definitely gonna have to edit this probably. But either way, okay, I love you all so much. I'm so glad to have this space to be able to share with you and co-create, and I just want you to know that I'm grateful, I'm thankful, and I love you so much, and I hope that you have a beautiful momentum of now. This video is being recorded on a moon day, which is a Monday. The day is the 1st of February, so it is the 1st of February, which is actually a beautiful day because it adds up to like 2/1/21, so it's 2121 seems powerful enough to me, like a portal. But either way, it is Mercury retrograde now. I'm feeling calm as fuck. Like, I'm feeling really calm. But yeah, so thank you for being here. If you enjoy my content, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And again, I love you, and I thank you for all that you do. You're an amazing being, and you all inspire me to keep going. Even if I only get like 5 or 10 views on my video, that's 5 or 10 people that I was able to connect with on a level that touches my heart. So grateful for that. But I love you all, and my links are below if you want to find me in other spaces, if you want to hook up and do an intuitive soul session. I don't know why I said hook up because it sounds so weird, but if you want to do an intuitive soul session, definitely message me on one of my platforms or email me. Lastly, the pillow inserts, definitely would love to offer you one of those. If you're interested, do the same, DM me or do something to get me in contact. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful momentum of now. Happy Mercury retrograde.